There are plenty of black actresses with amazing style, but do you really think they're one of the best dressed? Let's see if your favorite talented black actresses can take the pressure of the real test to be a legendary fashion icon. Let's get it out of the way. Rihanna is the most stylish pop star of her generation. In 2014, she won the Style Icon Award from the CFDA Fashion Awards. Her fashion sense changes appropriately to every era, and no matter what body she's in, she looks fabulous. Even during her pregnancy, she managed to make a baby bump a part of the outfit. By wearing cropped jackets and dresses and wearing decorative jewels over her stomach, she worked it into a benefit to the evolution of her style. Rihanna is the uncrowned queen of Hollywood glam. She's experimented with many styles over the years, but the one that stuck is high-fashion streetwear plus glam. But don't be mistaken, most of what looks effortlessly fashionable on Rihanna is an outfit straight off of the runway that she customized to her personal taste. An account named Fenty Cop on X created a thread of dozens of outfits directly from the runway that looked boring on the models but looked gorgeous on Rihanna. The thread was named, "It's ugly until Rihanna decides it's not." Rihanna once said, "She can beat me, but she cannot beat my outfit."
She could beat me, but she cannot beat my outfit.
And this rings true to this day. A fashion legend, yet to be topped. One thing you can't do is catch Rihanna lacking. Speaking of being caught lacking, have you clicked that subscribe button and notification bell already? No? You mean you don't want to be a part of the world of the most mesmerizing and spectacularly talented Black Hollywood stars of our time? Didn't think so. Do you feel that? It's getting a little cold in here. There are a lot of people emblematic of the modern black fashion chic style, but not many of them capture it as consistently as Gabrielle Union. She was an icon in the 2000s, and she's an icon now, although in a different way. She has a playful take on modern and office chic that incorporates bright colors into the sharp edges and fixed form of her clothing. And no, she doesn't have a stylist. It's all her. She loves a suit with rounded shoulders to soften the look, and especially adores her floor-length dress collection. At the 2018 Oscars, she arrived in a nude Prada dress with a sequin bodice. See how that looks like she didn't even try? Remember when Beyonce was in Destiny's Child, and she was the only one that people noticed or remembered? Well, there's a reason for that. Beyonce has been a trend-setting fashion icon for 3 decades. She combines high-end glam with streetwear seamlessly, and we see this mostly in her stage performance outfits. Beyonce's influence on the fashion industry has been mostly in solidifying a trend rather than necessarily setting one. She always looks stylish and glamorous, but if she's wearing something that looks familiar, then it has trickled its way from what's popular with regular people, or in fashion, and she's decided that it's worth keeping. All of this is not to say that she has not had her weaker moments, like this atrocious and painfully 2000s bangs hairstyle. Nowadays, people get kicked out of restaurants for that, but it's Beyonce, and we forgive her. Throughout the years, her fashion taste has matured, going from her Y2K style in the 2000s to full glam 24/7. In films like Dreamgirls and Obsessed, we see Beyonce enter an era where she realizes how good she looks in form-fitting dresses. Fast forward a couple of years, and she's incorporated that and added her own spin to it. She didn't fully come into this style until the last decade, and her fashion has never disappointed since. Yara was the main character of the sitcom Grownish, where she plays a fashion student making her way in college away from home. Would you be surprised to find that she's a fashion icon in real life too? I hope not. The style of the character she plays in the sitcom is all her. Notice how she incorporates streetwear into her softer, brighter look without the styles clashing. She may prefer a modern chic meets streetwear look on most days, but she isn't afraid of the humble jeans and shirt combo. In fact, most of the time she finds a way to elevate it. Yara's style can be described as younger Gabrielle Union. They use the same elements and influences to produce a similar style. However, Yara is softer on the glam and doesn't quite lean into bright colors. In a breakdown of her personal style in 2019, she claimed most of her outfits besides tracksuits are from a stylist, as she doesn't keep most of her outfits in her own closet. She doesn't mind this because she believes that style is about how you wear an item of clothing and not necessarily about whether or not the style fits your personality. Poofs, puffs, and bright colors. That's about it. And yet, it's unique and stands out on a runway. No matter what movie or show she's in, the character she plays has impeccable fashion. She wears bright colors, loose dresses, or anything with a poof, and calls it a day. She's one of the best-dressed actresses because she's nailed this formula so well that it's difficult for her to somehow disappoint. She does this without getting boring, repetitive, or predictable. Her fashion choices fit into her wider scheme without being identical in any way. Now, not all winners are always winning. She has taken the patterns too far at some point when she wore a full cheetah print jumpsuit and beret with sparkly glasses. That's a choice she'll regret for a while, but she flaunted it and remained confident, a part of her personality that adds finesse to her style. You want to know where she gets her impeccable style? Diana Ross is Tracy's mother. So, yes, that's where she gets it. When Diana was a part of the Supremes in the 70s, they would style matching outfits for their performances. In pictures of her performing with the band or lounging about town in private planes, we notice Diana's unique attention to detail and unique style. She's chic and forward and not afraid to stand out. In the 1960s, she performed on television in a gorgeous beaded long-sleeved bodycon dress. In her bohemian era, she wore extravagant accessories, an afro, flared pants, and tops. If there's anything Diana loved, it was fur. Fur hats, fur coats, all fur. She loved using it to accessorize her outfits. Fur has the effect of making an outfit look more luxurious, and it had this effect on Diana's style. Another aspect of her style is endless glam and sequin. In the 1980s, she released an album named Diana, and on the cover, she's wearing a glammed crochet top and headpiece. This is very similar to the outfit Rihanna wore to receive her Fashion Icon Award in 2014. There's only one word that can describe Angela's style: classy. It's all she wears all the time, every time. And from inspecting her style of dress and fashion sense, it makes sense why it would come off this way. She wears subtle and glamorous neck pieces and long cascading form-fitting dresses in beautiful colors. If you stare too long, you'll realize that this is Angela's world, and we're all just living in it. Yara was right when she said that the way you wear clothes matters more. When Angela wears an outfit that would seem to be a completely different style on the runway, it looks classy and effortless on her. It must be heavy to have to carry around the weight of being a fashion icon and an acting legend all in one. Angela has a graceful and calm personality, which makes her seem classy in any outfit. Her signature look is a long, solid color dress. If the woman does have a fashion fail moment on record, it must be hidden pretty well because I couldn't find it. Blaxploitation film star and first black woman to grace the cover of Vogue magazine. Beverly Johnson always looks put together when she's out on the scene. Her style is formal and appropriate. She does nothing over the top or anything to grab too much attention. Just tell her where to be and she'll dress for that. She always knows exactly what is expected of her, and that's what she offers. Of course, as a model, she has a leg up when it comes to making sure she's always the best dressed in the room, but we should still recognize the talent that this woman has. To take a step back from Beverly, I must admit that a model does not a fashionista make. Models wear a lot of well-made clothes and are exposed to fashion all of the time. But don't make the mistake of thinking that makes all of them suddenly good at it. It takes talent and practice. For someone to go from Disney star to supermodel and movie star is an incredible feat that takes a lot of effort. Zendaya uses fashion as a tool to describe the film she's working on, the era she's in, or even the era she's leaving. She used fashion to shed her Disney image and develop her own new, unique public perception. Her style evolves with the projects she works on. During the Dune press tour, you can see a pattern in the clothing she chooses to wear that hints at certain aspects of the movie. Even without that context, her fashion choices are stunning and unforgettable. Lupita Nyong'o is 41. I'll give you a second to process that. The woman with impeccable fashion sense who barely looks 20 is 41. Lupita's fashion sense is decidedly Afro-futurist. She wears patterned and structured clothing, and although she does love a bold color, she mostly wears pastels and white. Even when everyone else in the room fails you, Lupita's outfit will never disappoint. She practically glitters on the red carpet, wearing long dresses that highlight her figure. Lupita has spent a lot of time developing her style. She never intended to be a model. Her main pursuit was to be an actress. However, her beauty and style had her dragged into the industry. Someone that fashionable just belongs there. Even if Lupita did make a questionable fashion choice, if she's doing it, it's probably right. Click on this next video to see more of the most glamorous and dazzling stars of Black Hollywood. Who else should be on this list?